That was some exercise early in the morning. Doing this exercise at 8:30 in the morning. I feel exhausted now. But yeah, it has come down quicker than I thought. And I come around, see, I've now managed to break this whole wall. I just have to do a bit in this corner. I'm just going to use a small hammer to break that, because I'm going to leave this, because this is where the new wall is going to connect to. So I'm going to break this all the way to the bottom. From here, it has to go straight to the bottom, leave this wall, and then take out, you see, this is where I put my base, my concrete base here, which surprisingly has come off very easily on this part. Managed to get it off here. So yeah, and then we've got that one there, and all the way up to there. There it has come out very nicely, except for the bottom there, which I'm going to take off. One other thing that I've been very impressed with, I bought this liner off eBay. Now it's a two-sided liner. There's the brown side and the black side. It still looks very good. I'm very impressed with that. I think I'm going to buy from the same company again on eBay. I've had this for quite a few years now, 10 years or something. This comes with a 25-year guarantee. Whether that lasts for 25 years, I don't know. But so far, it has done very well. And then, if you look at this is the underlay for carpets. When I was putting this, I needed to put some underlay to protect the liner. And we've got a carpet shop near here. And I got that from them. These are the pieces that they throw away. So I got the pieces that they were going to throw away. And then I also got some carpets. Now, if you look at this is a carpet. Look the condition it's still in. All right? Look at the condition that it's still in. After all these years of being under this liner, under this pond, look at that. Still in very good condition for what it has gone through. And this is where, you know, sometimes you listen to people on YouTube and they tell you all kinds of things. Oh, you can't use that. Oh, you don't use that. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I came across a video once where this guy was talking about not using carpets. So he went to fix a pond and there was carpet underneath the liner, and he really condemned it. And I thought, oh my God, I used a carpet and a carpet underlay on my pond. So he got me very worried. But you can see for yourself, this is a carpet I've had here for 10 years. Yeah, the carpet looks like I just put it there a year ago or a few months ago, because look at it, still in very good condition. So you see, listening to a lot of people on YouTube, honestly speaking, if I'm honest, speak rubbish. Yeah, a lot of people on YouTube want you to buy expensive stuff that you don't really need. You can find other ways of doing something. And that's the aim of my channel, is to try and see how best we can build something or do something cheaper, but a way that it works. DIY, do it yourself. And most of these things is recycling. You know, I've gone into this thing of recycling stuff. Just like the wall I've broken here, the wall that was here, all the bricks I took out there. And I've just realized that some of them are still in very good condition. that they'll just need a bit of taking off of cement, and you can reuse the bricks. So if I run short of bricks, I have mine there, which I'm going to reuse instead of throwing it all away. So my point is that we should think outside the box and try and find ways in which you can do something that works and a cheaper way of doing it. So yeah, we're going to continue with this. I'm very impressed with this carpet. I'm going to go back to that shop again to get some more. I know they do have a lot of the stuff that they throw away. And I'm going to tell him actually about this. I'm sure he would love to hear how good his carpets are, you know. So I'm going to get more that we're going to put here. Okay, let's see what we can do next. Okay, so now all that concrete base is off. Managed to pull it all off, break it all off. So as you can see, at the bottom here, there's these concrete slabs that were there before I even constructed the pond. These were put here because there used to be a footpath from there coming all the way here and going down that way. So there used to be this. So I thought to myself, there's no point of me taking this. I can as well use that as the base to add my concrete on that as my base. Excuse me. So I left that and I used it and it worked perfectly. All these years I've not had any issues with that. So now I'm going to take all this off, see how much I can take off. I will have to cut the liner. I will have to cut it all the way there up to that corner so that I can pull this carpet all the way inside to give me enough room here, and I have to do the same on that side. Cut all on the edges there so that I can pull that all this all the way back to there, giving me enough room to do this, to take these off. Right. Now this is what I've been talking about. Look at this carpet. This carpet, look at it. And please, can somebody tell me as to why I cannot use carpets as underlay? Because this has been here, like I said, for over, almost, if not over 10 years. Look at the state of this carpet. Look at it. Look at it. So this, like I was saying, this just goes to show that, please people, do not believe everything you hear people say on YouTube. You know, there's one guy I follow on YouTube. I think he's called Pondman, or yeah, I think he's called the Pondman or something like that. And he talks about how people say a lot of rubbish on YouTube, honestly. And he was in the industry of selling pond stuff. And he talks about how the industry makes you want to buy things that you don't really need. And I've been following that guy and listening to his advice, and he's very right. Because like I was saying, the other guy I was listening talking about, do not use carpets on ponds. Some people use newspapers and things. So yeah, newspapers, I agree, because newspapers will deteriorate so quickly, because once they get wet, that's it. But for carpets, I don't believe him now. All he said was rubbish, honestly. Look at my carpet that I used. And this thing, like I'm saying, has been here over 10 years. The carpet has not deteriorated in any way. Look at this. This is another carpet I put on top. This is another carpet. Look, it's got carpet underneath there, and there's this carpet. Does that look damaged? This is wet, but does that look damaged? 10 years I've had this, and nothing. So people, don't listen to everything that you see or you hear on YouTube or in the pet shops. They will tell you all kinds of things just to try and make you buy stuff that they want, which you don't really need, honestly. So, right. I'm not saying everything is wrong on YouTube. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that be careful what you use, a bit of your own common sense and try out things, because my channel is all about trying out things, see what works and see what doesn't work, because I believe that there's more than one way in which you can do something. If you go to these so-called pet shop or pond experts, they've got a specific way of doing something, and they will tell you that's the best way of doing it, that's the best way of doing it. Rubbish, right? There's always room for you to think for yourself and try out things differently. Remember, the ways that they tell you to do, somebody had to sit down and think of those things. Somebody sat down, thought of the idea, tried it, and it worked, and sold the idea. So that doesn't mean that it would be the only way you can do something. No. Because if you get those guys, even if they were to see what I'm doing here, oh my God, the negatives I would receive. And they say, oh, you can't do that, oh, blah, blah, blah. And they will tell you all kinds of things. But yeah, I'm not going to listen. I'm going to do it my way and see what works. If it doesn't work, then I will learn that it doesn't work. And I'll try something else. I'll think of something else. I've done a lot of DIY jobs where I've tried out something and it has worked. And I think, oh, great, it's working. Yeah, I've done that on my cars. I've done that in my DIY jobs in the house. And I've found out that things do work. So people, please try out things for yourself before you go spending thousands. Okay, guys. Big challenge. Right. I've now removed the top layer where those concrete slabs was. It was the top layer of those slabs here, all the way to the end there. Now, what I've discovered underneath, there's bricks. I have no idea what these people were doing, but for some reason, I don't know whether they had too many bricks and they had nowhere to take these things, so they had to find somewhere to bury them. So what used to be here before was like what I would call flower beds on this side. On this side, there was one starting from the end there all the way up to here, up to there. And then there was another one running on that side from there all the way up to somewhere there. It was all made of pan bricks. So my thinking is these guys must have had too many bricks and they didn't know what to do with the bricks, and the slabs, because most of the slabs, I think, is what they used on top there. You can see that this, they put a lot of slabs here. Okay, I think this was done when they were doing the extension, putting up the conservatory, because we found when we bought this house, it had this conservatory. So I think from what they were using to build that conservatory, and what remained is what they buried under here. So it's a bit of a challenge, but I'm up for the game. I'm gonna start digging them out slowly until I've done it all. So looks like it comes all the way this way. So I'm gonna have a lot of rubble which I'll put on marketplace on Facebook, because I know a lot of people look for this stuff for different projects. So if somebody would want that, they can come and pick it up. So yeah, this is the challenge I have. So I'm gonna start doing that, and I'll keep updating you as I keep going. Okay, guys. Right. It's been an exercise. Right. Managed to take out the liner and the carpet. So this is now the shell of my pond. See the way I built it. I built that, I put that concrete base all around, all the way to that side. And then I built with bricks. If I show you, let me show you how I didn't make it very deep. You see, from the base to the top, it's only about 40 centimeters. And when it goes all the way to the bottom, it's only about 66 centimeters. No, not even 60. Here it's about 58. And this side it's deeper. Here it's deeper. It's about 75. So not a meter. So I want to try to see if I can go deep. As you can see here, I've started digging this side. If I put this at the bottom there, we are now hitting almost the 1 meter mark. Not there yet. I still have to dig deeper, though I've felt like there's something, rocks or concrete at the bottom here, but we'll see. The other challenge I have, look at this. There's these blocks, and this is all concrete, and this thing runs all the way to the back there, and then you've got this concrete slab as well, this, and it runs all the way from there all the way to there. It's the one you can see here. This is the one you can see here, this one. So it's quite a big piece of concrete. I have no idea why that was put there in the first place, not sure. So that's the challenge I've got. I have to break all that and see how far I can go. But I'm sure once I go past this concrete, that's it. At the bottom here, I've checked, it's all soil there. There's nothing at the bottom there. I can use my pick axe, and it just goes right deep into the ground there. Doesn't hit anything, so that should be okay. So it's just to deal with this concrete, and then I have to deal with this pole. These are poles that almost every house has got one in their garden. These are the things they use for laundry, for the laundry line. So I have to take that out. I have to dig it out. I don't know, God help me. I don't know how deep this thing goes. But we'll see. Then we can take that out, and then I can move it. Maybe I can put it at the back there and put the line across that way. So that's not a very big problem. On this side, I think here as well, there's some concrete here. As you can see this, I've just taken out one big piece here. It was quite a long one, but there's this piece of concrete. Why it's there, I have no idea. God knows why it's there. So yeah, so it's gonna be a very slow project, but I'm very determined. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Oh, okay. I think I've done enough for today. The concrete has taken all my energy out, but I think I've done enough for today. So I will continue tomorrow. I think now I'm tired. It's time for a cup of tea. Yeah, I may go and have something to eat now. Let me just show you what I've done. So there we are. So you can see I've dug that side all the way to the end. So I've dug it to the level I want it. I just have to clear all that soil out of there. And then I started digging here to level it off with that side. But as you can see, there's still all that water in there. I'm waiting for a pump that I've asked, I got from somebody for me to use to pump that water out. Yeah, so the wall is gone. All the rubble is there. And then I have to clear all that when the pond is finished. I'm going to reuse some of those blocks. So yeah, I'm not going to throw everything away. I'm going to reuse some of them. So this is where I end today. I think I've done quite a lot. Good morning. This is the next day. Still at my project, continuing with my project. Yesterday we had a bit of challenge with the concrete, so we couldn't do much. I couldn't do much. I stopped because of the concrete that I found at the bottom of the pond. So today we have continued, bought more tools to use. So so far I've tried it and it's working. Let me just show you what I'm doing. Right, so remember this concrete bit. This, if I come this way, this, it's all concrete. This, it's all concrete. Remember I had said in my earlier video that this used to be, they had built a flower bed here, and they had poured this concrete where they had built with bricks. So for me to dig this, I have to break this. So today I went to Screwfix and bought myself this hammer. It's a 2 kg mini sledgehammer. And I've got also a sledgehammer at the bottom there. So what I have done is, what I did was, I dug to the bottom underneath the concrete, this concrete slab, whatever it's called, underneath, created a gap underneath, and then used my sledgehammer, hammered on top of it, hit it so many times until it cracked. So as you can see, from here all the way to the end there, I've managed to break it. So the one that was here is all gone. So what I'm remaining with is from here all the way to the back there. You would see it here. It's here. See, this is all. So I have to continue breaking this. Wish me all the best as we get on with this. It's a very good exercise. Lose a lot of kilos here. I can see I'm going to be very healthy at the end of this. But I love the challenge. I know some people have asked, saying, why are you doing this? The reason I'm doing this is, one, it gives me the satisfaction that I've done this myself. Secondly, it's an exercise for me. I don't do much exercises. I don't go to the gym. So doing this gives me some exercise. I just need not to overdo it. I've got a bit of a dodgy back, so I need to be careful with my back. But I love what I'm doing. I love the challenge, particularly this concrete. Yesterday, if I'm honest, I thought to myself, I'm going to give up on this. But then I thought to myself, you've already come this far. How can you give up now? So I thought to myself, I'm going to do this. So I'm still going to do this. I'm going to continue until it is done. I'm not giving up until all is done. Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. With my not doing so much exercises, it proves to be a bit of a challenge to do it, but it's good. So let's get on with it and see how far we can go today. As we continue with this, I need to put on my gloves. Okay. Let's put my hammer there. Okay, I put on this. See, it still breaks. Okay, right. We've done, I've managed to break all that concrete that was the base of the flower bed. And here are the bits of concrete, you know, the pieces that I was breaking. Look at this, quite big, hard concrete. Look at this. These ones I have to wait for somebody to come and help me lift them out of here. But yeah, I'm done all the way to the end. Hooray, finally, thank God. So now, my next challenge is this one here, this concrete that is underneath all this rubble here. So I'll need to move the rubble and then start to break that. This one I'm hoping shouldn't be as difficult as this one, because it's more like slabs, you know, it's not concrete that they poured down there. It's just like slabs, you know, those concrete slabs. This one, concrete slabs. So I'm hoping these should be easier to break. Once I can break one end and then just start from that end going just the way I did with this one. So I started that one from this end, and I kept going until I reached the end there. So I'm very relieved and very happy that I've done this. I was almost giving up on this, because you can see it's not a joke. It's really hard concrete, and it's been down here I don't know how many years. But yeah, thank God I've managed. God gave me the strength to do this. So I give thanks to God. So we go to phase 2. I'll take a break now. I'll rest a bit and then come back to do this phase. Okay then, I'll see you in the next video. Okay guys, right, I've done quite a lot. Finally, I've managed to break all the concrete. All the concrete is now removed. All the concrete base I've taken out. You can see these pieces here, like this one, all broken. The slabs that were on this place, I've managed to break them all up. It was a bit of a challenging, because as you got to that side, it was getting thicker and thicker. That is why these are thicker than what was on this side. So it was a bit of challenging. As I went down that way, the concrete was getting thicker and thicker. And I think the reason is the garden sort of like slants downwards towards the end of the garden. So when they were putting this to get the level with this side, this side, the concrete was not that thick, but as to maintain the same level, as they went down that way, it became bigger and bigger and bigger to get to that end, so that they have a straight line. So that when they make the pond, the beds, they were straight on the same level, which is the same thing I have done there. From there, the concrete is thinner, but as you go down, it gets thicker and thicker. As you can see, it gets thicker and thicker all the way to the corner there, and that side is thicker. That is to maintain the same level, so that when I make the pond, it's not slanting that way.